So you have a very old hair ride car, and you go to the mechanic because front end's sitting low. So you go to the mechanic and he charges you thousands of dollars to fix it, and then suspension runs rough. So you take it to me and tell me that to fix it correctly this time, and this is what I find. G'day guys, Vic right here. Hope everybody's doing fine, and I'm doing good here, working on a A8, and this is basically now, I guess, a client. He needed a rear bumper after having a minor fender bender, and then he said, well, can you look at my car, it's got something wrong with it. I had the suspension fixed because it was dragging on the ground, and now it runs really hard, and I need you to fix it. So this is a normal air strut. Basically it's a electronic dampers because it's an active suspension, and it's got a air spring on top. And what happened when this thing fails is, well, it's gonna go nose down, because then what happened is the airbag is no longer holding air, and then it slowly creeps down, or it can be catastrophic at times, but usually it just goes down and never goes back up when you start it in the morning. So what happened, it all collapsed, and he went to a shop to get it fixed. Instead of replacing the air spring, this is what they've done, and it is a cautionary tales of the worst kind. Here it is. So the airbag is completely collapsed, which means it's on the bump stop. There's a bump stop inside the bottom. This is kind of a the big Taurus basically, and inside there's a bump stop. So the car is on bump stop. So what I decided to do is we're just gonna cut the strut and make it longer, so the car is gonna be up with no spring, no suspension, bump stops only. This rides horrible. I mean, very horrible. So yeah, now I got the job of pulling this guy out and replacing it with another one. If he had brought the car to me first thing, instead of having that other shop work on, it would have been very simple. I would have pulled this guy out, put a new air spring in, and it would be fine. But now, since it's rode like this for a while, the compressor has been trying to inflate these bags for so long that it burned up, while the piston ring, cylinder head, it's shot. So basically I pulled it out, and I'm gonna put in a reman unit in here, which I reman myself, so I know it's been done correctly. And then I'm gonna put those two back in there, because the rear is fine. I just lowered it because I wanted more angle. And it's out. And if you want to know how to get these things out when they're stuck, well, it doesn't get much more stuck than up here, so you can watch my video about it. I got a video how to free these both up, and there's also a hack. You can cut the end off if you have a pre-redesigned one, because the newer model goes down, while the old one you cannot get a closed wrench on it. So if you cannot undo it with just a wrench, well, you better cut off the end of the bolt and go with a closed end wrench and not round it up, because that's even worse. So once you free that up, you can use my little trick and get these out. There it is, I got it out. Always surprising how easy it is to get those out. And yeah, even though it's a few inches longer and take more room to get out, it was fine, and I got it out. So now I just gotta remove those bolts here and bolt this guy on top, and back on the car. And there it is. That's the end of this mechanical R. Nice new strut.